What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, NGeeksandGamers.com, and Hall of Fame wide receiver Cris Carter said something today on the Pat McAfee show that if the roles had been reversed, if Cris Carter had been a white man saying a very stereotypical thing about a black athlete, he would be getting absolutely crucified, he would be getting canceled, he would be getting fired because the woke sports media would not let it happen. That is the hypocrisy of the woke sports media out there. Because look at this headline. Cris Carter says Scotty Miller was open because he's white. Scotty Miller, wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, caught a big touchdown pass from Tom Brady in his victory over Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. That's what Cris Carter said. We're going to let you listen to these comments. And imagine if you saw a headline like this. Cris Carter says someone was good at this because he was black. Somebody did this because they were black. Imagine the outrage if Cris Carter had been a white man. But I want to hear you listening because, honestly, I think he's right. He's describing the thought process in the NFL, the initial internal judgments that people make. I think he's probably right. Let's take a listen to him. And there's Pat McAfee right there.
Because people have a lot of stereotypes. My man, Scotty Miller, all right? White guy. He's white.
Very.
I'm black. I'm going to say this. The defensive back of Tampa Bay underestimated that white kid. If that had been Antonio Brown, he would have been backed off of. Never disrespect the talent level of anyone in the National Football League.
Now, he's saying that he got underestimated, right? He was able to get loose because the defensive back was not focused, didn't think he would run that fast because he was white. Now, I've seen a lot of people talking about these comments. I'm not a big Cris Carter fan, but honestly, based on what you're about to hear, both stories from Pat McAfee, stories from AJ Hawk, and just general consensus when you sit there and watch it, listen, that's just the truth. If you see a white wide receiver on the field torch somebody like that, everybody does kind of freak out a little bit because of all these stereotypes that we build up. And it's not the biggest deal. It's not a huge deal. It's pretty fucking normal. Listen to the rest of this.
The only way they can hurt you is if he gets behind you. And he underestimated the wheels on my man.
Hey.
And I saw you tweet.
Hey.
When he got that stick in the relay, he said he hawked that dude down, who happened to be a brother. He hawked out about 3 brothers. You can say it, man.
Scoot.
He disrespected the Caucasian,
Chris,
man.
Chris, I will say this. In practice, some of my favorite moments, okay, we had Austin Coley there for a bit, right?
Austin Collie, who played for the Colts. Pat McAfee, obviously former kicker for the Colts, former punter for the Colts, I should say. Austin Collie was a white dude who was constantly getting concussions.
Austin goes on a guy in practice. The reaction. Oh, my God. Hey, you just got by a white guy. Hey, and it's even me on the sideline, right? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it.
But here is the thing. Here is the hypocrisy, because I've heard Cris Carter talk about SJW bullshit before in a lot of ways. Imagine if this role was reversed and people were talking about being surprised because Lamar Jackson threw an accurate pass. How about that? How about if we were like, wow, I can't believe that Lamar Jackson could throw that accurately, could throw the ball that well, could read the defense like that, because maybe people were talking about stereotypes of black quarterbacks. Imagine the outrage from people just like Cris Carter, who's sitting here fucking laughing, clapping, all this stuff because of these stereotypes about a white person. Imagine what the woke sports media would do with a story like that. But, it's not only Cris Carter, it's not only Pat McAfee that were completely on board with that. Listen to what AJ Hawk says. AJ Hawk, former Green Bay Packer, played with Jordy Nelson, white wide receiver. Listen to this story.
I'm happy about it.
Well, if you remember going back, I think Jordy even mentioned something like that on this show. He said the DB coach at one point in Green Bay would tell the young guys, he would go in and be like, hey, I'm just telling you, don't sleep on Jordy. Like, get back off of him. Do not take him out of the line. Like, he's going to run by you. And Jordy said, like, that was a real thing.
Yeah, imagine the coach coming in. I know what you think, okay? I thought the same thing, too, as did every other DB that's ever been here. That particular white right there is very fast.
right? So Pat McAfee, the way he hosts his show, again, I don't agree with everything he said. I completely disagree with his dog shit take on Sarah Fuller, that fucking female kicker who pretends to be a football player in Vanderbilt. But, he has a lot of fun on the show, jokes around a lot. Listen, I don't think this is the end of the world. I think it's it should be fair game to talk about these things, right? Because the bottom line is Cris Carter's probably right. That DB may have underestimated him because he was white. And it shouldn't be the end of the world in the same way that if someone were to say something about a black quarterback, it shouldn't be the end of the world, right? But that is the woke sports media. That is the hypocrisy of these people that have no problem making a judgment or making a joke, making an observation about something based on race. But if the shoe were on the other foot, if the tables were turned, we know exactly how this would end up. I'm interested to hear your thoughts about it. Do you think that DB underestimated Scotty Miller because he was white? It's kind of a meme at this point with Tom Brady and white wide receivers. But again, if you were to make that joke the other way around, might not work so well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.